So in today's lesson, I thought it'd be a good idea to start to show you how to paint some summer clouds, because we've basically just done some straight blue skies. So we're going on to a next level of difficulty here. But I'll show you how to mix clouds that don't look flat. And one of the key things is not to use black and white as your main sources of mixing greys. What you want to be doing to get life into those clouds is using your blues and your browns with whites to give that sense of depth and to make them feel a bit more alive, really. So I'll show you what I've got on the palette. I've got titanium white there, burnt umber, French ultramarine, a bit of cobalt violet and a bit of Naples yellow. So we're going to start by mixing a bit of the burnt umber with some of the French ultramarine, and what this does, it makes a nice rich dark colour, and then when you mix it with the white you get your greys, but it's not going to be a flat grey that you might get if you're just mixing white and black. So with clouds, what we'll do, we'll start off with the darkest parts of the clouds first, and then we'll work towards the highlights. So we'll mix up a nice dark for the base. We might have to adjust this. In fact, I might add just a touch of the cobalt violet in there. But we'll mix this. In fact, that's probably too much. Mix this up and see how it looks on the painting. A lot of it's going to be putting it on and adjusting as we go. So let's see what this looks like. But we're not going to do too much cloud, but we want something in there, I think, just to add a little bit of interest, and also to give you guys a bit of a lesson on how to mix colours. So from applying that there, I can see there's a bit too much of the brown in that mix, so I'm just adding a bit more of the cobalt violet and a bit more of the French ultramarine. Yeah, and that makes it better. So some of it you are going to, it's something you'll learn with practice, just sort of adjusting things by eye as you go. And a lot of cloud painting, you want to be working almost wet on wet to get your blending right. And then it will sort of desaturate the colours with your titanium white as you go. So I'm just putting in these darker areas, and so we can, parts of it you might want to make a bit more blue. So add a bit more blue into the mix. And as I've said in previous lessons, one of the keys to making sure your paintings don't look flat is to be adjusting your colours as you go, because nothing's going to be exactly the same colour throughout, so you're going to be doing that, you're going to be adjusting your colours. So at the moment I'm using a size 3 filbert brush, the weasel haired brush, and they are very good for, they've got nice soft bristles, so for painting clouds they're really ideal. So I'm just going into the lighter colour, just adding a bit more, well, quite a bit more of the titanium white. But I'm going to keep this while I'm putting it around the edge here, just not blending it at the moment, but we'll blend it in a minute. So I'm just going to layer the paint up first. Not worry about the blending just yet. We'll come to that in a minute. And a lot of the cloud sort of formation and texture you want will be kind of blending wet and doing a bit of hit and miss technique, as I show you as we go on. So just getting those colours in before we do any real blending. You haven't got, the good thing about using oil paints versus acrylics is here you can take your time. You don't have to rush when you're doing this, because the blending, these paints won't dry for a day or two, so you can work on it for a few hours and just leave it like this and then slowly blend as you get in. But just adding more titanium white as we go, and hopefully you can see using the browns and the blues gives a much nicer richness to your greys for the cloud undersides where the shadows are. But we'll show you how to do the dry brush technique in a bit once we've blended this. So just trying to follow the basic shapes of the photograph I've got in front of me. Again, never copying too exactly, just kind of going with the flow and just using the photograph as a point of reference. It's not something to be slavishly following, I don't believe. You know, you can kind of scrub with the brush and that kind of thing. Go back in here with the darker colour where you've got the shadow on the underside of the cloud. Sometimes you can add a little bit more of the violet in there as you get to that underside. So we're getting that basic shapes in there. And so don't worry about blending just yet. That'll come in a bit. Get those undersides in, the darker areas. I think one of my favourite things to do is paint clouds. You know, I always think of Bob Ross when I'm painting clouds and his fluffy little clouds and his happy accidents and all those kind of things. It's something I grew up watching, as I'm sure a lot of you probably did. So I'm just going back into the titanium white again to lighten this up. So with the clouds you'll have the lighter bits where the sun's hitting it, usually on the tops. We'll go over to a larger brush to do the blending. You can leave a few gaps of the sky, and this is why you should, when you're doing your skies, let the paints dry underneath before you do this stage in most cases. Let me just add a bit more titanium white onto the palette. So I'm just taking the, what is this, a size 11 brush with no paint on it at all. We're just going to start blending what we've done here. Just use these kind of sweeping movements just to blend the paint that we've put on. Just go over it all. You can do nice circular movements with the brush as well. And then we've still got some highlights to put on there, but you can see this gives that nice, once you start blending, you start to see the realism come in. And, you know, again, as I've said throughout this particular tutorial, this is, you know, intended as a pretty quick painting really by my standards, in terms of, you know, we're not putting huge amounts of detail in, we're just suggesting detail, but you know, you can still get that realism into your paintings without having to almost literally paint every single kind of leaf or blade of grass or wisp of cloud. We're just using techniques that suggest detail without actually describing it literally. That's not very secure, apparently. So the blending's going, we've got the smoothness going into there. And we can add a few more highlights. So we'll get a bit more of the titanium white. I've added a little bit of the Naples yellow there. to give that almost kind of sunlight effect. Again, you know, adding the yellow into the mix just adds that kind of richness and nice tone. So I'm just going here right around the tops of the clouds, which is where the sunlight will be catching it. But hopefully you can see with that Naples yellow, it just gives that nice kind of glow to it without it being too white. I mean, you can use the titanium white as it is for some of the highlights, you know, the very kind of edges. In little places you don't want to be kind of overusing the neat titanium white, because then it will just become flat again, you know. And a lot of the landscape painting, you know, you're just trying to work to give that depth and that sense of realism and make sure that your paintings aren't flat. And that's one of the ways, is just adding these different kind of colours in there that have a bit more life in them. And so that's what you want to be working towards. But you'll see by the end of this, you know, this won't have taken too much time, but we will have got a really nice sense of kind of detail and realism without really painting actually too much literal detail in there. So I'm just using kind of curving brush strokes, flicking the paint, just trying to see where we've got the light bits and the darker bits. Flicking the paintbrush, just try and check for where these highlights are. Oh, we appear to have a bit of fluff in there. Always pick out the bits of fluff that you see in your paintings. Again, using this big size 11 brush, just to blend lots of sort of strokes that are going up and down, criss and crossing. Really sort of blending that paint in. And hopefully you can see, you know, it's really starting to, you know, it's changing the dynamics of the painting there. But, you know, also this lesson is to show you that you can get your clouds in quite a realistic way, in a very short space of time, really. So we can just add a bit more of the titanium white into this mix now. As we get to the outer edge, like I say, you want to use it pretty sparingly, really. Just dab a few bits on. And then we can just blend that, see how that looks. And you can always just use the rigger brush, just if there's a couple of little bits you want to pick out. The beauty of this is you don't have to be precise. Just little bits. And if you don't, you know, if you just use the titanium white really sparingly, it actually adds a bit more depth to your paintings. You know, if you start using it too much, then it will just turn your painting flat again. But you can see that we just added a few little dabs, and it's just where the sun's catching the clouds, and it's just a really effective way. And I think, you know, for beginner artists, one of the temptations is just to end up using the white all over the painting, but that's not what you want to be doing, because that's what will make it look flat. And if you add too much white, just add some of your base colour in there and just kind of smooth that out. You know, where you've got your hit and miss again, just dabbing the paintbrush on, hit and miss technique. And it lends itself really well to this. And I think that's all we need to do for this lesson, really. I mean, hopefully that's shown you quite a nice quick way of doing clouds, keeping it realistic but without actually putting too much detail in. And the key is using your big brush to blend when it's dry, and then you can just work on that and then make sure your paintings aren't too flat by adding those little highlights, adding a little bit of the Naples yellow to the white just to give it that hint of sunlight. And always mix your greys using your blue and brown, and that will give you much better, much richer colours. So if you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to the channel and tune in for the next lesson and the next stage on this painting. I'll see you soon.